James run up on Stephen A. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I love it. And we gotta talk. At some point, the line has to be drawn. And I'm glad LeBron not only saw him, but I'm glad LeBron kept that same energy.
I'm sorry, guys. What is up, world? Welcome back, Charge the Game podcast. In today's video, we are going to react to Emanuel Acho, who is a sports anchor over at Fox Sports. He's calling out Stephen A. Smith. He's just a very annoying person to me, if I have to be honest. And you guys may remember Emanuel Acho from the show Speak, which he is now the host of The Facility. But let's get into this clip so that we can see what exactly Emanuel Acho has to say to Stephen A. Smith.
I know y'all saw LeBron James run up on Stephen A. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I love it. And we gotta talk.
I'm sorry, guys. It's this dude voice. Emanuel Acho is just a very annoying person to me. He tried to overcomplicate things by using extremely big words and overly enunciating things to make it sound like he's the smartest person in the room, guys. And let me just keep going.
I love it because we need to be held responsible for what we say about people, myself included. Oftentimes we talk real loose with our lips and we talk real reckless. Remember when LeBron James was questioned as a father because of LeBron James being in the league? Remember when Stephen A. had the audacity to say, LeBron, I'm pleading with you as a father. Like, come on.
We just got to stop this, man. LeBron James himself, when asked a question about Bronny James, did he or did he not say that Bronny James was a grown-ass man? That is exactly what LeBron James said. So for him to think that Bronny James is above criticism because that's his son is just flat out ridiculous. It's flat out ridiculous. You don't see this from any of the other former great NBA players because they did not use nepotism to get their children or kids or whatever into the NBA. I feel like, in my personal opinion, I think that the cool thing to do is to side with LeBron James because it looks like Stephen A. Smith got punked out. Although I respect Stephen A. Smith for standing his ground, I really do. I know that Stephen A. Smith is not an aggressive guy, maybe with his lips, but we know Stephen A. Smith can't fight. We saw the boxing videos, Jesus. But the fact that people cannot, express themselves, and it's their job to call it like they see it. Stephen A. Smith actually did something honorable to me, and that's take the beating for a lot of people that LeBron James would not confront. Okay, the popular thing to do is to agree with the masses, to go with the sheep-led minded people who are afraid to speak their mind, like a Stephen A. Smith or any other broadcaster who just can see that Bronny James is not an NBA caliber player. And just like Emanuel Acho is saying here, which he sounds ridiculous, we have to be held accountable. If your job is to cover sports, this has been going on before you were born, Emanuel Acho, before I myself was born. But now we live in a time where everything is sensitive and people want to watch what they say, because if you don't agree with this, you're not down enough, you're not black enough. Oh, how could you do this to a guy that's trying to help his seed, his son, his black son, right? Mind you, all of the people that were railroaded, thrown under the bus as black kids and not given an opportunity because of Bronny James, right? What makes Bronny James different than any other kid that's gone through the league as a rookie, whether that's G League or two-way contract or whatever, and they were criticized? You don't think that they had parents? What makes LeBron James this ungodly person that's above the law that can't be criticized? I just don't get it. And we just got to flat out stop it.
At some point, the line has to be drawn. And I'm glad LeBron not only saw him, but I'm glad LeBron kept that same energy. And you knew LeBron was upset when he didn't even give Stephen A. the opportunity to respond, at least by the video. He said what he said, and he walked off. It wasn't a dialogue. It was a monologue. Now it's my turn to speak. You speak all the time. Now it's my time to speak.
In my opinion, I think that LeBron James did what he did on purpose because he knows that Stephen A. Smith is just not that type of guy. Stephen A. Smith is not going to be a I'll fight you back type of guy. LeBron James has never been that way. I've never heard of LeBron James being involved in a tussle, a locker room incident. The closest thing I've seen to LeBron James being anywhere near aggressive a few times is when Draymond Green kneed him in the you-know-what, called him a B-word. And the second time was Isaiah Stewart, when LeBron James, turned around and hit Isaiah Thomas on the player on the Detroit Pistons and, pretty much busted his nose, right? And you saw the guy that wanted to fight LeBron James. LeBron James didn't want no part of that. And of course, the fanboys came out. Oh, LeBron James would have did this. He would have done that. The truth of the matter is LeBron James it's not like that. Okay. He is not like that. But to a person that I feel he knows is weaker than him and will not, stand up for himself, LeBron James did what any bully would do. Now I get it. That's your seed. All right. That's your son. And maybe he's taking it to the head because mentally he's just not prepared for the backlash that LeBron James has gone through his entire career. But LeBron James has to realize that there was a different time and era where all the NBA players who were great at the time he entered the league were already going through being judged, going through their games and being critiqued on like how they play. But now we live in a time where kids are probably more talented, but they're more sensitive, right? Who knows what's this doing to the mental of LeBron James? And who knows if this is solely the truth of why LeBron James is this mad? Because I did make a video, right? I did make a video about how Jason Whitlock exposed that LeBron James is really mad at Stephen A. Smith about the MJ and LeBron James debate, and also how he's covered LeBron James' career his entire career. Now, one thing LeBron James also has to keep in mind is Stephen A. Smith does sing LeBron James praises. They call ESPN ESPN for a reason. So I just don't understand why LeBron James is this angry when Stephen A. Smith is the same person that will turn around and pretty much say, hey, LeBron James is this, LeBron James is that. Now, does Stephen A. Smith say that he's second to MJ, which probably sticks in LeBron James' craw, and which is probably the reason that he, let's be honest, wanted to confront Stephen A. Smith? I think so. And for Emanuel Acho, along with all these other jock sniffing, you-know-what riders, bro, y'all have to understand this, man. Like, there are so many players in this league that have sons, right? Is it fair for everybody to bite their tongue when it comes to their sons? This is what happens when you force your son into the league. He is not ready. So you take on his mental capacity along with your mental capacity. On top of that, you got all these allegations, you and Drake, right? You and the whole Sean Combs situation. And it's just been a mental year for LeBron James. I feel on the tail end of LeBron James's career, he's tired and annoyed of the criticism, and he does not want people to continuously talk down upon him. He literally will block you. He literally will unfollow you. This guy is quite sensitive, in my opinion. And I used to be a huge LeBron James fan. I think that LeBron James was totally out of pocket. I think that he could have did that man to man in private. I think that there are ways that he could have gone about that just very, very differently, guys. But hey, you're gonna have people like Emanuel Acho here, who's let's be honest, guys. Emanuel Acho backed down when Matt Barnes called him out for saying the truth about Angel Reese. So off the bat, Emanuel Acho isn't a guy that I would ever truly respect, because if you are a man that changes your opinion because another man is mad at you, you are a very weak individual to me. Just because you may like something, I shouldn't be forced or allow myself to change my opinion because someone else doesn't like it. And I just don't respect that. So Emanuel Acho probably trying to get some traction, probably just trying to get a little recognition. And he's just always this person that just has to say something. Instead, how about you worried about you and Joy Taylor? I think y'all got enough going on over there with the sex scandals for you to be coming out here and worrying about what Stephen A. Smith did and did not say. Why aren't you making this same video clip about all of the other greats? This is the thing that annoys me. Why aren't these people talking recklessly about all of the former NBA players? Well, I'm just telling you, Charles Barkley says even worse, right? Charles Barkley, Magic Johnson said out of his own mouth on the Jimmy Kimmel show, right? Like, hey, he's not ready. He needs to be begging his dad to let him play in the G League. Yes, LeBron James is irritated, but LeBron James is also irritated with the fucking truth. That's what it is. LeBron James knows that his kid is not ready. The Lakers know that, but LeBron James is such a huge draw that they are going to allow him to have his way for the moment. I just wish that for once, a lot of the people in the media kept it as blatant as Charles Barkley and others that made, sports anchoring or sports commentary or just being a sports analyst just so natural. We live in a time where people have to bend over backwards do calisthenics to avoid uncomfortable truths. And this is what we see in Emanuel Acho. So let me know what y'all think about Emanuel Acho's take. Do you think that it's just a power loan? It's the popular thing to do to go against Stephen A. Smith right now? Let me know what y'all think in the comment section. Thank y'all for watching, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.